Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a new video, and today we're going to be talking about the new replay system coming into Fortnite Battle Royale. So early on today, we had the shotgun announcement, the new shotgun, which I do have a video out already, so go and check that out because it's got awesome gameplay in for the new shotgun. However, let's talk about the new replay system, which recently got announced today. So what exactly is this replay system? Well, if you guys have played Black Ops 1 or maybe a Halo Reach or a different version of the Call of Duties, Theater Mode was in it. Theater Mode is where you could go out of the game, it would auto capture your game for you, save it to the Theater Mode, and it would save the top 10 recent games, and if you wanted to save a game permanently, you could do that, and you'd have a slot of probably about 8 or 9 or 10, I don't know, something like that, of games to save. Now, Black Ops 1 has already been mentioned in one of my recent videos today with a little stakeout reference. I had a few comments about that, but now we're mentioning Theater Mode from Black Ops 1. If you guys remember Theater Mode, you could go on it and you could film your gameplay, you could film your epic snipes, you could film your epic moments, you can make little montages in it, and you could kind of just fly around the map and get different views from different kills. Now, potentially, this is coming in to Fortnite Battle Royale. Near enough 99% certain. Here's some gameplay of it, of the original footage from this, from the Unreal Engine. I will be posting the link for it down below so you can watch the original video, but you can see how it's on Xbox. You've got the different controls and stuff. We'll annotate them in a minute. It's just some basic gameplay so you guys can see it for now, but you get the idea of the concept of it, and what you can do, you'll be able to record epic footage just like this to be able to put in your videos or online, or to show your friends, or on your Xbox little thing where you game capture stuff. You can also slow it down, slow-mo. You can get some crazy stuff in this to get some awesome shots which you guys could use in whatever you wanted to use. So I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to open a brand new world up for many creators who love this sort of stuff. I'm really looking forward to it. My prediction for this will be around summer or maybe E3. I don't think this is going to come anytime soon. It's being worked on at the moment, but I personally don't think it's going to come for a while because it'll take quite a lot of perfection to get it in exactly and knowing exactly how to put it in, but it's a pretty cool concept. So let's annotate this a little bit and go over some of the details. When it comes down to recording gameplay, it's going to be pretty easy. So here's a basic concept. I've taken a little screenshot so you can take a little look at it. Here is the 22 minutes and 12-second game recorded, obviously saved to the Xbox Drive, which I presume it's going to be saved to a separate Theater Mode game. We've actually got a screenshot kind of it running, but obviously it would actually be running if you pressed it, and you've got the two different options. From what I can predict, these are the control options. Starting on the left hand side, that's going to be your setting option, your color and your different things. We'll go into that a little bit more depth in a moment. You've got your A option, which I personally think means the different type of cameras. So you're going to be able to switch between first person view, or not first person but third person, maybe first person. You might be able to switch between third person, more of a bird's eye view, or more of a pushed back view. You've got your different views there, and also you've got your different options as well in the middle. So in the middle, you can press Y to pause it. It looks like you can wind on and stuff. You've got options to wind on and wind back. I assume that will be your left stick. You'll be able to double swipe it to the right, and maybe just swipe it once to the right to go a little bit forward, and you can double swipe it to double the speed. That'd be a pretty cool concept. Now you've got also up and down on the D-pad. Now what exactly does that do? Well, I assume up and down on the D-pad will change the movement speed of the camera. So for example, the frame rate or how fast it's going to be running, so you can slow the clip down to make it slow-mo, or even speed it up for certain sections. You also got, going back to the left, the little left on the D-pad, which I don't really know exactly what that's going to do. Maybe that's going to be the off and on record option. I'm not 100% sure. Or maybe it's A to record and you press less to change the camera view. I don't exactly know because it doesn't look like there's any record option there. What other options do we have? Well, we have this here, your drone attach cam, where you can turn it on and off to attach to a player so you follow that player, or you can turn it off to fly around with your own free cam. Also, with your right on your D-pad and the left on the D-pad, that potentially could move between players, but I also assume this could be RB and LB. We don't exactly know yet. Now moving on to the next screenshot, we actually have the drone free cam. Details about that. You've got all sorts of different settings to select here: auto exposure, aperture, focal lens, autofocus, focus distance, all these crazy settings that you'll be able to mess up with, or mess around, depends on what you want to do, and you'll be able to change the angle of the camera and get all sorts of different views. Obviously the focus distance is going to be really ideal, autofocus, all these cool things for photographers or anyone out there can really get a good focus with a good picture to get some creative stuff. Now within Call of Duty and Halo, these features really weren't in this much depth. Fortnite are really putting a big in-depth like place on this, and you can clearly see that it's working on console because we've got the Xbox controls around it, which is absolutely crazy. You can clearly see it's working pretty well. By pressing in the left stick, looks like you've got these different options, and then pressing RB and LB, looks like you can switch between two different settings there. Personally, I may assume that one might be color and one might be the lens itself, because obviously you've got the camera lens and the color, so you can change the color of like the picture on the screen and stuff, maybe black and white or more contrast or more highlights, or depending on what you really want to put in it, you could change these settings. Now, personally, I'm not a massive photographer, so I don't really know these settings off by heart. Some of you guys may understand them a little bit more than me, but obviously I'll learn it, and as time comes, when this drops, it won't take me long to learn these sort of things, and it'll be awesome to bring content like this to you guys. I definitely think this is going to be really hype. I am really excited for it. Having all these cool different settings within the game is going to be absolutely awesome for screenshots and stuff like that. We're going to be able to get some epic pictures within Fortnite Battle Royale, so you guys can check out what I've been up to, and you guys will be able to keep up to date with some latest, like the latest content and stuff like that. And also, I'll be able to get different angles on how to win and stuff. So I'll be able to film my movement and stuff like this, and just little cool things with different angles. It's just going to be really interesting. The downside to it, we don't exactly know how it's going to work, and we don't know the release date. I assume the release date for this will be summertime around E3, or just maybe not August, just a little bit earlier, so June, July. Around E3, most likely, well, potentially, that's when I believe it would probably drop. It looks like it's already ready to go, but obviously there's going to be quite a few bugs within it. From experience with the Halo and Call of Duty one, people used to use them for all different things, and there was a lot of bugs within them. People used to get some really good angles for their kills and how they did stuff with trick shots and stuff like that, and that's why I can really see in it big use for it within Fortnite. You look at Fortnite as a game itself, I definitely see it being absolutely amazing when this drops. I personally am absolutely really excited for this, and I hope you guys are as well. It's going to be really awesome. I definitely think you guys will be able to get some awesome clips and send them to me. We could even start making montages as a team, where me and you and all the community on my channel could even send their clips in, and we could make subscriber montages every week. Something like that would be absolutely awesome, and I'd love to do something like that for the community, because I think people like that and people like you out there would love to be able to join in with something like that. Personally, when I used to watch a lot of YouTubers when Call of Duty was around Black Ops 1 and Halo time, I would have loved to have the opportunity to take part in someone's channel, and I think something like that really could see something big within my channel in the future. If you guys are up for that, leave a comment down below if you're interested in that, because I definitely think it'd be really awesome to get you guys involved within my channel a little bit more. Now, top fives and stuff like that isn't really me. I'd love to do stuff like that, but personally I've just never really got into it. I think having more of a community type based top 5 thing would definitely be worth doing. It wouldn't even be a top 5, it'd just be an awesome montage. That also means we could get sponsors with their music, so if anyone wanted me to advertise their music, they could as well. That'd be really awesome to do. I'd love to do stuff like that. I've had a few people in the past want to put their music on my videos and stuff, and I've put a few on, but I'd love to do it within a montage, because obviously it'd get the same audience every week. Everyone would love to be involved in it, and you guys could get your clips in it as well and see your clips on my channel. So that in itself is something I've always wanted to do, but I've never really known how to do it 100%. But now this new theatre mode is coming and stuff, we can definitely make some epic moments for you guys, maybe even once a week or twice a week, depending on how good it does and what sort of stuff we could do. I think this is a big potential on my channel. This gameplay currently on screen is me on Blitz just messing around. I actually don't go ahead and win this game, but I will let you enjoy this game because it is an awesome gameplay. But just before I go, I just want to talk a little bit more about theatre mode from the past experiences from other games. So we've had other games like Halo Reach, and mainly Black Ops 1 I used it in, but Halo Reach was very trending in, and the way it would work is you'd have like a theatre game mode as a section on its own. Now obviously we've got Save the World and Battle Royale. Now theatre mode would probably be another section, and it would just be classed as theatre mode. That's probably the best name for it, because that's what it's been called on other games in the past. Obviously, they can change it to whatever they want. I personally am probably going to be calling it theatre mode for a while, even though they haven't released it as theatre mode. But theatre mode is what I like to call it personally. They've actually obviously released it as what's it called? They record it as like the recording system. They really wanted it to be classed as. They called it as how did they record it? They recorded it as the replay engine. Personally, I think that's going to be awesome and things like that, but I personally like theatre mode because it's a classic name from the old games. If you've played the old games, you'll know what I mean. But when I say it works, what you'd do is you'd save your games to your file share. And I remember now you could have about 5 on Halo Reach, and I think it may have been like 12 on Call of Duty Black Ops 1. And what you'd do is you'd save your games to your theatre, which was endless saving your games to your theatre, but uploading them to the file share, people could view them. Now, obviously with Xbox with its own clips and stuff, I assume your theatre will just run off your hard drive, and you'll be able to save as many games as you want to it. But also it would auto-record your last 10 games. So potentially every single game that you play would auto be recorded. So you'd never miss out on an epic game clip if you've missed it, maybe on your Elgato or something like that. If you're recording with that, everything will be auto recorded and you'd always be able to share them with me. Which means we're going to be able to get some epic content out there for you guys if that is possible, if you guys wanted to join in with that sort of stuff. So that's what I mean. Bringing out things like this are definitely going to hype up the community a lot more. I definitely think having things like this itself will make the game so much more exciting because there'll be so many better clips out there. There must be so many clips out there that people just miss slightly and don't manage to record their clip due to it being the delay of it, if you know what I mean, the delay of like not being able to record it in time with your Xbox game capture or your PlayStation capture or whatever you're using. Not everyone has the features out there to be able to do this, but dropping a theatre mode allows everybody to go back and record their game. I just remember in the time I used to play Black Ops 1 and Halo Reach, I used to have some epic clips on there that I used to go on theatre mode, zoom out the camera and get some different angles and piece them together as a little montage. Something like that would be absolutely awesome, and this is where I'm trying to come up with the idea of me being able to produce your content on my channel. If you were to be able to put out some amazing montages and wanted them shown in a YouTube video, that's where my montage series with subscribers would come in. I'm yet to do a series on Fortnite. I started a Q&A series, but personally it was hard to maintain because I was getting asked so many questions every week. I'd love to continue with a Q&A series, but right at this moment in time, it's probably not suitable because I have a lot of things on my hands. But a montage series itself would be a lot easier for me to piece together because I could just simply get your montages, pick the epic ones, pick some epic music, do a little bit of commentary, and you guys could be away with some epic montages with some epic moments. We also know there's tons of epic moments channels out there on YouTube. Personally, I'm not a fan of them. They rob a lot of people's clips and they're not really donated to them. It shouldn't really be the way it is, but unfortunately the Twitch moments and stuff like that, they're cool, but they're not the way I personally like to do things. I'd like to have people have the opportunity to get their clips in a cool epic place. So that's my personal preference anyway. You probably get where I'm coming from, but I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay if you want to. It's up to you guys. If you haven't already, do stick around for some awesome Fortnite content because I bring out Fortnite content every single day talking about the latest news, epic gameplay, and some tips and tricks to help you guys win every single time. Once again, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch the rest of the gameplay if you want to. It's optional. And this is postboxpat signing out. If you've made it to this point in the video, you've found the hidden Easter egg, comment down below, triple impulse, and there you go. So enjoy.